Let's go. Let's go. Let's rock.
Got it. What's up?
What's happening, good people?
What does your shirt say?
It's the online happy hour.
Oh, it's happy hour every time we get together,
Cheers
right?
to that.
Every time we get together. I love it. All right, cool. Do you see it trending? You see it trending on your page?
Let me see.
It's good. It's there. It's there. I've been waiting for
Perfect.
this topic. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
I've been
Perfect.
waiting on this
Perfect.
topic.
Perfect.
You know, I had seen this post maybe 2 days ago. And
Yeah. Popular meme.
you've seen it before, right?
Yeah, very popular meme.
And when I pulled it up, I was like, 10 things basically men find unattractive that we need to know about. I was like, definitely teaching moment. You know, I'm always about a teaching moment to keep it healthy because women need to know and men had to get some things off their chest. So I know whenever I write something, I have to put, you know, men only or women only, because they'll be like, I'm like, this is not for you. This wasn't for you. So some of the ladies got in, not as many, but the guys were really just expressing how you really feel. And I appreciate you, Andy Brown, because you were one of the ones. We've already had some discussions. We've been on discussions with one another, but you and I are both entrepreneurs.
Correct.
Both have talk shows. And we're just human beings, first and foremost. And I liked that you gave a bullet points of a few things. You gave a few good, valid points that women need to really pay attention to. So I put the disclaimer out there. If you're a sensitive, if you have any feelings about, you know, getting in your pocket about, well, she's talking to me and I don't think that applies to everybody, log off. Log off. This is all about self-help and elevating us women so that we can take care of our kings out here and receive our kings.
And receive. And receive and receive.
Exactly. So we can be better women. That's it. So for those that get highly offended or offendable with self-help, log off now, because I'm going to say that often throughout here. We're having fun, but we're also at the same time just elevating so we can be better. All right. So I got notes.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some things that I need to correct. I know there are some things that I need to correct, and I want you to check me if something comes up.
So let's dance.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, we've got 10 things. I did a countdown of 10. Of course, there could be more, but Andy, we just did 10 because we'd be on here all freaking night if that was the case, if we sat and did the top 20 things. We're going to go over 10 things that I saw in the thread. It was about 90 comments. I'm just pulling out the highest ones that people were talking about, and we're going to talk about it from a woman's standpoint and, of course, from Andy's standpoint. Both of us are single. The majority of the men that were speaking in there, Andy, all over 30. They're over 30. So it's not like we're just talking to a specific age group or someone who makes a specific amount of money. It has nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with that. All right. So we'll just put that out there as far as it is what men think that is unattractive to them. So let's go. Number 10.
Ladies, I hope you can receive this. That is the key thing, just to receive. My Bible thing was for all those who had service this morning, for everything that you get, please get understanding.
Yes.
And I want you to understand that what we're saying to you, it comes from the heart.
Yes.
It comes from the heart. It may be humorous, but it does come from the heart. So can we go there?
We should be able to go there. Please let us go there. Please let us go there. Number 10. I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. And first and foremost, I have to pay close attention to a lot of the things that I do, to be honest with you, before I post on social media, Andy. You know why? Mm-hmm. Because I have to think about women first in perception.
Mind now what you say. Mind now what you say.
Well, I got to pay attention because I work with real estate clients, and let's say I'm working with a husband and a wife. If I offend her in any kind of way because I got my boobs out or I'm wearing a bikini on my page, I may not get that listing appointment.
I don't think you can kind of help that.
I can, because I didn't have to put the bikini shots on my business page.
Touche.
Should have put that on my OnlyFans page. You feel me? So there's a time, there's a place for
Got it.
All right, there's a time and a place for everything. All right. Number 10. Number 10 that came in as a big discussion was excessive cussing. What are your thoughts about that in a woman? Excessive.
You know what? They really have to mind what they say, because it's okay to have that language. It really is. Our language changes every few years, every 65 years to be exact. So you're gonna have people who are gonna talk a certain way, say a few, harsh words, because we grew up with it. It's what it is. However, when you cuss more than a sailor or more than a stand-up comedian, what's the reason for that? It's a lot of filler words. So if you have a difficult time expressing yourself and having to use those excessive words, check your vocabulary.
Okay. Okay. All right. Guilty moment. I do curse. I do cuss a little bit. I do cuss, but
A little bit.
I do, but it does make the story go a little bit more colorful sometimes. But I choose the environments of where I do it.
Can I give a small example?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you say, my mother and I had a conversation and it didn't really go right, you follow me?
Yeah.
You don't have to say, my motherfucking mom and them was talking to me about some shit and I didn't really want to hear that bullshit she was saying.
You're right.
It's a different way of delivering.
You're right.
You got to be careful of how you deliver the pitch.
You're right.
But it's okay. We get it. We get it.
Okay. So that turns you off. If you were hearing that in a group of women, that would turn you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Excessive.
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 I mean, I throw a couple dams and shits, bitch.
But just be conscious of where you throw it, in front of who and after what.
Right. Teaching moment for me. Okay.
Bad news. Is that right? Yeah. Bad news.
Okay. All right. Are you on my Lorie Woodruff page right now?
I'm on both.
And you can see it streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because something's wrong with mine. I can't see it. So I can't see comments coming through. So if you see any.
Hold on. And let me see if I can flip this over. Give me 1 second.
If you see any comments, certainly help us out, because my phone is acting real special. And I can't always see them. So, all right. So number 10 is excessive cussing. So ladies, if you do have that tongue, just be more mindful, especially if you were in a room with a guy that you're attracting, that you're looking to attract, then you may just want to, watch it. Just watch the language.
Hold on. It's not saying I'm live on my page either. I guess when I flip back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Hold on. I can fix that. Hold on a second here.
As long as you
don't let technology be smarter than us.
Mm-hmm. Not today.
Do that.
Mm-mm.
Let's add this. Let's add this and wait for it.
Wait for it.
Try that.
Okay. Can you see any comments?
Not sure why not. It's live on there.
Okay. So like I said, I can't see them. So just in case if somebody is saying something, then I can't respond to it right now. All right. But if you see it, let me know.
We'll get to it.
All right. So ladies, this is the excessive that. Now, a lot of this, I'm bringing this because I wrote in 2016 a book called Unleash Your Irresistibility. So a lot of this has to come with the way we feel about ourselves on the inside. A lot of it has to do with the way we feel on the inside. So that's the reason why I'm like, well, why? How is she a real estate agent and a coach, and how she fit in position to talk about this? Because I went through trying to better myself as a woman. I went through this learning how to be more feminine. And it's not that many positive feminine women out here that was out there at the time. So I will share one woman a little bit towards the end of our countdown. I'll share with you the one woman that helped me unleash my irresistibility and really helped me get to the point of, you know, helping my teachings the way I'm doing right now. So if you haven't grabbed it already, make sure you come over to my Linktree page, grab that book so that you can follow along with unleashing your own irresistibility to glow, to be magnificent. All right. All right. Countdown. We got number 10 out the way. Excessive cussing is a bad thing. Number 9, twerking. Twerking, my friend. What do you think about twerking?
Twerking is a plus and a minus. Okay. It's good to know that you can twerk.
Yes, it's a gift.
But should everyone know when and how you twerk? Should everyone know this? If that is something that should be, is that something to be left for intimacy? Or is that something open to the public? Ladies, help me understand that, because it doesn't seem like as a man, you would want to let the world know what your lady can do on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
But hey, if that's something you need to broadcast to the world, so be it.
Behind closed doors, you should be twerking for your man. Jason Fenwick has said, you know, he only screws those ones. Those are the ones basically that you take home to fuck.
Take home to who? To mom?
Yeah. No, not home to mom.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the ones you just have a good time with. You know, the ones that feel twerking, you know, standing out in the corner with their friends and they're just kind of busting it out and guys are around. Not the strongest move to do in public. No. With your man, absolutely. Break out and twerk.
That's one that the homies can share and enjoy the experience.
Share.
We all understand. Yeah. Because you know how she twerks, we know how she twerks, we know how they twerk. It's all good. But behind closed doors, are you gonna share that just with me or broadcast to the world?
I feel you. I feel you on that. That's right. Shouldn't be that moment where everybody sees it.
She shifted her weight.
So be mindful. That's right. Because the countdown is coming even juicier and juicier. When it comes down to number 8, ladies, we're talking about being a boss bitch or a diva. One thing that came up in the discussion was about being a boss bitch. So that means in your marketing somehow online, you call yourself a boss bitch. I got a lot to say about this, but what do you say, sir?
I say that it's okay in the professional realm, but you need to bring that back home and just let him be him. Don't boss me where we're going.
Exactly.
Don't maintain that level of control, because what you're saying is, I have no place in this space with you. You're not allowing it to be me. You're not allowing me to be the leader. You're not allowing me to be the provider, because you need to be in control of everything. Whether that's your finances, your freedom, your bedroom, you need to be in control of everything. And then there's no place for me to let my masculinity be displayed. Hello, somebody.
I like it. And you're right.
So I think speak for itself.
When did it shift when there had to be so many boss bitches around? When do you think that really shifted in our society?
In our society?
Yeah, this is not just 10 years ago.
You know, it stopped when the man stopped being absent in the home place. When the fathers left and the divorce rates went up, and you have that motivation of, I can do it on my own.
So I don't need the 50s?
Say again, late 60s, early 70s.
Exactly. So now you've got the man who is typically the leader, the provider of the household. He goes out to work every day. Wife stays at home with the children and is the nurturer, takes care of the children, makes the clothes. You know, even back then they were making clothes, right? So he goes out to work, he makes the money, brings the money home to her, and she makes sure that everything is taken care of. That's when stuff started to shift, because as you start dealing with inflation in the economy, you've got now men that now need more support. So they're like, well, Sally, can you go to work? Because now we need more money in the household. So that feminine, we'll talk about that feminine word. Now I'm at home being a provider for my children. I'm a nurturer naturally. Now I have to go in the workforce like you, and I have to control stuff. I got to negotiate stuff. I got to make sure stuff is done. So that's where that boss bitch kind of mentality comes from, because it hasn't reverted back. Most families need
to be a bitch though.
Yeah, most incomes now, stuff is expensive now in the grocery store. Everything is rising, and some households can't just survive off of one income.
Right.
Everybody's out. Everybody has to be exhausted. They're tired. And she can't be in that feminine role as much, because she's out there controlling, and she's the CEO, and she's the manager, and she's telling Bobby what to do, and, taking care of payroll. And she comes home, sometimes it's hard for her to turn that off.
Is it really hard to turn it off?
I don't know. I don't have a family I go home to, so
Is it really hard to turn that off? Don't you ever want to relax? Don't you ever just need to sit back and just say, ooh, I've had enough for the day?
But if you've been doing it from dawn until dusk, how do you just turn it off? Majority of your day, you've been controlling something in some kind of capacity to make sure it goes.
Mm-hmm. These must be the same people who sleep with the lights on.
Or the ones that stand up as soon as the airplane lands.
Yeah, like control that shit. Have a level of just shutting it down. It's okay.
I believe you.
No one comes home from a hard day's work and leaves the car running. You got to shut that shit off and let it recharge and regroup.
I like that. I like the way you said that. I believe in that. And if I do, when I'm in a relationship, I have to make sure that I am observant of that and make sure that it is turned off at the door. Because I could get off work at 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whatever the time is. If I come home and I'm still like, all right, come on, let's do this, this, and this. And he's like, why are you telling me what to do? I don't want that. I want to be able just to come home. I want to cook dinner. What do you want? Do you want fish? Do you want chicken? I want to be in that kind of role. So I think with women, they have to just purposely know, even though you're at work, when you're on your way home, turn it off, turn it down.
Yeah, it off. It's okay. It's okay to be all right. It's okay to shut it down.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, you're gonna stress yourself the fuck out every chance you get. That is not cool. It's not healthy, ladies.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I hope you're listening.
But when it comes to the income, some women, like, if I don't like to work. If I had a choice, I don't want to work, but I have to work, because there's just something about money that I need to take care of things. I don't want to have to work.
It's time to regroup, recharge the battery. I'm speaking to myself and to the ladies out here. We got to regroup. We got to recharge the battery. We have to do it, because if you stay in that fucking diva mode all the time, you won't know how to shut it off, and you'll just be so conditioned to it. Come on, it's not healthy.
It's not attractive to you. It's
not healthy. It's definitely not attractive. Okay. Because you know what? We're going to let you stay boss. How many boss divas out there are single?
A lot. I mean, you've got some that are, but behind closed door, you have no idea what kind of battles that they have to go through, because she's always working still at home. You know what I mean?
Working. There's nothing wrong with working. You made a good point about that. You got to have some money. But if you turn us off left and right, you're going to stay in that category. You're going to stay in that single box, because she's a boss chick. Can't turn that one off. I'm not going to be attracted to that.
You're not attracted to it. It's not, I mean,
don't have to be.
I got to work, but I don't need to.
The confidence is cool. We're okay with the confidence. We're okay with the, with the look and the style. But turn that shit off every now and then. Let somebody know that you're welcoming and you're open to somebody being in that space.
Okay, ladies, I hope you're hearing this. This is good stuff. Thank you, Andy Brown.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. All right, good. So we've gone through, so far, we got a 10-point countdown. Anybody have any questions?
I hope they just receive. Okay. My question is, are y'all receiving? Let's keep the party going.
You're highly offended by self-help, log off. This is not for you. This is really the main points that we got from the discussion yesterday on my post about 10 things that men find unattractive about women that you may not know. That you may not know. All right. So number 10 was excessive cussing. Watch your mouth. Even when you're around your girlfriends, watch your mouth, because the guy could be around. And we're talking about when you're looking to attract a man. When you're looking to attract a man, either intentionally or not, just be a lady in public. Be a lady in public. All right. Number 9 is twerking. Twerking is not, as Andy has said, it's not something in public that should be done. For those that just want to have a good time with her, hey, go for it. But if you're looking for quality and you want realness, don't say that you want a real man and these kind of qualities that you're exuding.
She can't do it.
We've got more. We've got more. Number 8, boss bitch. Stop calling yourself a boss bitch, okay? Yes, you can be in control at your work. You can be the CEO, you're the entrepreneur, you're the manager, you're the coach, whatever you want to be. But just turn it down, turn it off when you come home with your guy so that he knows that, that you are able to be submissive. You are able to not compare yourself and be in it's not a competition with him. You all got to be able to work together when you get home, instead of it being, we're still working and you're still battling each other emotionally. Andy, you're making me nervous. What are you doing?
That's all good. It's all good. Come on.
All right. Number 7 is showing cleavage. Showing cleavage.
You know, sometimes that just can't be helped. There are some who are just stand out more than others, no pun intended.
Yes.
And there are some that just you can't help the way you're shaped, and it's okay, because that in itself is very, 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 very attractive. We're gonna look.
I'm gonna look too. I like looking.
Married, single, widowed, and divorced. We're gonna look.
I'm gonna look too.
But if you're revealing a whole lot and give us nothing to fantasize about, you've shown me all your cards. You showed me your hand. So therefore, I'm talking to the body and not the mind, because that is exactly what I'm seeing.
Is that you?
I hope y'all understand that, ladies. We're gonna just talk to the body only and not the mind, because that's what you show us.
Is that you trying to enter the room?
Is that what?
Okay, that's not you. Okay.
If somebody wants to get in, they want to comment. They want to.
I don't know who it is, so I'm not. It's not open for that.
Yeah, I get it. You want to chime in. You want to show us exactly who you are, and show. And this is for the ladies who pose ass first on social media.
That's Delia, though. I don't know if that's the same Delia that you know.
Yes, it's. How many Delias are out there in 2021?
I know Delia's going to have to prove something before I could say yes. So she got she say something to him that only we know. You know, what did I give you, Delia, before I can gain you access to the room?
Some insight.
She only knows. She only knows. Once I get that answer, then I'll go ahead. But yeah,
well, think about this in all reality. If you're posing ass first, and then get upset because that is what we're talking to, that's what you showed us.
Right. You're right.
Nobody's high school picture is shown ass first. You don't do that.
Right.
Your driver's license doesn't show you ass first, because we want to be able to recognize you in a crowd. Now I can see this ass over here and I can see that ass over there, and I may stare, I may gawk and pose, may have to wipe the drool off my mouth. Right. But that is because I'm looking at the anatomy and not receiving them. I don't have to. You don't have to.
So you're not thinking long term with her. If you see nothing but titties and ass, you're not thinking anything probably long term with that.
Oh no, I want to get to see what else is in there. Absolutely. However,
you do.
However, if this is what you show me first, that is what I'm talking to first. That's what I'm approaching first.
Got it. All right.
So
that's important. Did Delia give you an
all
answer?
my spades players out there, right? If you lead with the spade, what's the point of me even throwing out diamonds? What's the point of me even playing clubs or trying to cut this? Because you've shown me your hand. This is what you playing. I'm showing you trump cards now. Get some.
You're right. I have there's a lady that is in my real estate community, right? And I think she just got a boob job done, because they look good, but they look new at the same time. So in every picture, that's all I see. So I showed the picture to a male friend of mine, and I said, all right, you looking at her page, what do you think about her? Do you think about real estate? He was like, nah, not at all. And so it's like, you're a professional, but you have to be super careful with what you put out there, because again, I just get back to the comment of, if I'm working with you and you're married, right, Andy? And I sit down with you guys and she is intimidated because her confidence level is not that high. She's a pretty girl sitting across. And then I'm in competition with her. When she goes home with you, she's telling you, we are not working with Miss Lorie. And then if she looks at my social media page and I've got all this out and I've got, and I'm doing all that sexy gestures, but at the same time, I'm talking real estate with them two, you two across the table, I'm not going to get that business more so with a couple. I'm going to get more men or will be calling me, but I will lose a lot of clients with women because they're going to be like, nah, we'll rather take the guy, real estate agent, or the other lady that's not so sexy online.
Could be depending on the reason why she had that particular job. Gilligan's asking to come into the group. She wants to chime in on this.
No, I had asked her, I said, what's the one thing that she got from me?
Oh.
If it's the one I'm thinking
she just
about.
texted me. She just sent me a message on another site and said, hey, I want to get in on this.
Okay. All right. We'll let her in. Just her. Just her.
Just her.
Plus I get to meet her as well. Delia, we had to be careful. Okay. We got some nasty people out here. And we got
in here for real. She's in here for real.
Yeah, we got to
cut your camera on, dog. Cut your camera on and let your vocals be heard. Let your face be seen. Talk to us about that.
It's almost connecting. But on that note, when it comes down to it, I have to be careful. Women have to be careful when you are in a professional position, whether you're a manager, a coach, life insurance, sales, when you are speaking to someone, you have to always make sure that you're speaking to the woman. If I'm in a position where I'm talking to you and your lady, even she may not be on the loan, she may not be the one buying the house, you might be, I still have to address her to make her feel comfortable, because she's going to be sitting there like, she might take my man, she might be thinking that. So that's the kind of thing.
It's an emotional sales term that's driven toward that.
Well, sure.
I won't open that up here.
For sure. Delia, welcome. You're on here now. Don't be hiding now, girl. You're on here now.
You asked for this. You wanted this smoke. Come on and get it.
All right, so let's move on.
The closer we get to number one, the more vivid it's gonna get.
It's gonna get tighter when we get closer to that, right? So just be mindful of what you wear. You can't wear the club wear to the appointments. You can't do that.
And if you do, think about the kind of attention you're expecting to draw, because you chose that outfit.
Right. Walk like a duck, get treated like a duck.
Herself, she says, I'm not dressed properly. Well, it goes back to this discussion we're having right now. But I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
You're not out of mind.
Welcome, Delia. Welcome, Delia. So just be mindful of the clothes. Now, again, as I said, I have a young lady I wanted you all to take a look at on YouTube, so that if there is a question on, well, how do I put these things together? Take a look at her page. All right. And like I said, when we get to the number one, I'll share it with you. So just stay tuned. We'll get there soon enough. But that's where this is where the young lady is who I learned a lot of my feminine ways, how to manifest, how to take care of a man, how to speak softer, all these things that we're talking about today. All right. All right.
Hold on, let's get it.
Andy, let's move on to number 6.
Here we go. Here we freaking go.
Smoking. Smoking. It could be weed. It could be cigarettes. It could be either one. Either one. Smoking. What do you think about that?
Let's do that. Can we go there, please? Now, everyone should know that the cancer sticks are a turnoff. Okay, it's a turnoff. It is a turnoff. Even for men who smoke cigarettes, it's still a turnoff because you have the after cigarette feel, taste, and smell.
Yeah.
It lingers. It gets into the system. It lingers in places, ladies, where you don't think it's going to smell like. It lingers. Okay, you have that in you. You have that in you. Yeah. I had to share this with the young lady who I knew, and I told her, and verbally I expressed to her, I said, "Listen, I'm not saying you should stop smoking, but if you know that it's cancerous and it can cause some issues down the road, and you have that voice, you don't want to continue doing that because one, that's not sexy, and two, I would like to spend more time with you down the road."
There you go.
So knowing that you're limiting each puff you take and each breath you blow out of that with that cigarette, that limits the long-term time that we're going to be able to spend together in our wonder years.
That's true.
Are you okay with that? And she chose the cancer. And that's okay. It's all right.
Though. It's a habit. It's a habit.
Yeah. Where did it come from? Why do you do it? It's perfectly fine. Of course, people are going to say, well, yeah, there's other things that can take your life, things that will kill you. But if that is something that he is not cool with, he himself is not a cigarette smoker, it's not going to draw the same reaction from you. It's not. It turns me
off. It turns me off.
No.
I've dated somebody and I knew he smoked. He smoked both marijuana and he smoked cigarettes. And I'm like, you know what? I think I can deal with it. And I knew from the beginning I should have just gone with my gut. I don't like the taste of it. And I don't like the smell of it, when I kiss, because I like to kiss. So I don't want that in my mouth. And yeah, you putting peppermints in all the time doesn't always help. People who don't smoke can smell it more. They're more sensitive to that smell. Now, when it comes to marijuana, all right, let's put some stuff to that. Marijuana is for some people their morning coffee.
Wow. Okay.
It is.
Never heard it put like that, but okay.
It's their morning coffee, so it's their way of getting up and getting out and getting the energy that they need. So, for medicinal purposes, some people do it. Some people just do it for recreation. So what you're saying is either way, you got to be careful.
You got to be careful, and let that person know up front if that is your vice, because it's okay if it is, but it's going to be a turnoff for those who don't indulge. Right. It's okay. I myself will smoke a nice cigar here and there. But you can't be right after just trying to, tongue kiss and lick and slop somebody down right afterwards. That tobacco is not going to be a nice aphrodisiac. That's not what the fuck that is when you're into it. Get that Dr. Tishner's, get that Listerine, go ahead and get that scope, rinse and wash, brush your teeth, and then begin that different part of your relationship. There you go. See? On deck.
Yes. Yeah, if you need this, keep this and Listerine strips, ladies, gentlemen too, in your car. Because pre-COVID, you still have bad breath. So
right.
Keep this going so you can splash it in your mouth.
Teachable moment. Teachable moment. Teachable moment. Teachable moment.
I adore when I meet somebody, like I keep it in the car. Honestly, I keep it in the car because if I'm about to meet somebody and I got that, if I just ate or I just drank or I just have bad breath, I got to do this, swish it, and I'm out. And I'm like, hey, look, hey, what's going on?
Right on. I'm so for that. My car looks like the old the club bathroom with the peppermints and the wipes and the mints and the mouthwash. All that's in there.
Do they still have that? I don't know. All right, ladies, we're moving on down. Number 5. Number 5 is
y'all are getting this. Hope y'all are getting this. Receive it.
Number 5. Look at my nails. Now, number 5, we're talking about the long nails, the Edward Scissorhand nails. Andy Brown, tell us, what's your thoughts on the long? These need to be done, but the length.
Those are okay. Good length. But you're gonna hear something that all the men are gonna ask in their mind before they ask you, ladies. The first thing that we think of is how in the world does she wipe her ass with those long ass fucking nails?
I'm thinking the same thing.
So if you have to have them, and you're texting and you're typing with this part of your finger, that's cool. You're making the struggle a little bit more extra, but that hygiene.
It is extra.
Because you have to wrap, you have to fold, and you have to pull, and if your nails are going to be that long, surely you have changed your diet before you've considered having those nails that long.
Why?
Because of what you're eating and what has to come back out.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Like,
so
are you juicing all the time so we can just, come in, pour it in?
It don't matter. You're still going to be on the toilet.
That's just nasty.
At some point, ladies. So you're doing the nail thing for you. Okay. So there's a fine line as far as, well, I do it for me. I don't do it for a man. I get it. But the whole point of this is letting you know what other men who are attracting to you or being attractive to you are thinking. They may not say it, but when they look at the long nails, they're not thinking, ooh, I saw this bomb ass woman. She had long hair and long nails. I mean, I don't think you guys talk about that at the cigar lounge. Man, you should have seen her nails. That's for us.
How you wipe your ass?
That's for that's for us. When we get the nails, and I type a lot. So when I'm getting my nails done, the lady's like, how long do you want it? And I'm like, not that freaking long, because I gotta type on the keyboard and my phone always on it. So for work, I don't even know how these ladies do it. So it looks a bit silly, and the functionality of it just looks, I don't even know how you get stuff done.
I don't even know who the hell talked y'all into that shit. That is just not attractive at all.
Going too far. So
it's okay, that's what you want to do.
You want to do it. But just understand, when you got your quota and you're at night, thinking, man, I want a man. Oh, I'm looking for a man. And you get with your girls like, I don't need nobody. I'm a boss bitch all by myself. And you go home and you're like, I just want somebody to love me. Think about some of the things we're talking about now that could correct some of the things, because he may not be coming to you because you're not attracting that right kind of man. All right.
You got to pick that all up under in the back, up under that. No.
It's nasty.
No.
It's nasty. So all of these things we're talking about things really on the external that people are doing. And at the end, what we're going to do is really just kind of bring stuff together to see, why is it so much external stuff that women are doing that they're avoiding the internal work? All right. So we're almost there. So number 4 is a big one: makeup, excessive makeup. Go for it, Andy.
The key word, foundation, right?
Yes.
You have to layer that skin. It may clog some of the pores and let some of that natural stuff out. Listen, I get it. There's some things that you want to cover up and you want to hold back because there's some it could be a shadow of a hair, some moles and whatnot. You don't think it's okay to shave, but you got a little facial hair. She get it from her daddy. It's okay. It's all right. It happens like that. However, when you get to the point to where, don't hug me, don't kiss me because I have so much foundation, I'll mess up your clothes and mess up your shirt, then it's like you're hiding behind something. That's a mask.
You are.
You don't have to really, cake and layer up, have a 7-layer dip sitting on your cheeks, because it's just unnecessary. So, wash your face, keep it clean, cover it up, and move on. We appreciate who you naturally are.
You like the natural look.
Enjoy the natural look.
Yeah, Delia, do you enjoy the? It
says something if you have to cover that up and hide behind the layers.
Yeah.
And trust me, your natural self is who we want to get to know.
Good to know. Good to know. That's a big one. That's a big dropper right there. So again, that is something that women do for themselves. Maybe they're doing the eye liner and the eyebrows.
And that's cool.
But
nothing wrong with that.
But that's not you don't say that's attractive. Okay. But
because
that's not
it's
true.
Coming off.
If she didn't have it on, y'all will be clowning her out. Look at the before and then look what she done.
It's coming off. If it has to come off
at some
before
point
you start and begin your day, if it has to come off before you lay down and rest your day, chances are that's not the real you. right?
I don't wear makeup.
We can run around with mascara on our face and little, no, that's not what you're looking for.
I don't like to wear makeup.
I don't either.
Good. Good. There she is. There she is. And she's natural. Loving it.
Let it pop, let it glow. Welcome to the show.
There you go. Let your cleavage on out too, girl. Go on.
Is your cleavage on? Let me see.
It's good to
Plus-
see you, Celia.
And I was eating, like, okay, this is not the good time to go online. Hey, y'all.
No.
It's okay to be that way. It's all right. We enjoy it.
You're gonna tell me about too. So yeah, makeup. I don't like to wear makeup. Now, if I'm doing a photo shoot or I'm doing something for the internet, that's got to be on video. That's the only time I'm wearing it. But typically, if I'm going out on a date or going out with my ladies, the most I have on is eyeliner and a lip pencil. That's it.
You know, it's a 22.
Hmm?
It's a catch-22. I don't like to have a lot of makeup on, especially because I'm in my 40s and I think it deteriorates your skin faster. But if you're out on a date,
Yeah,
and you're plain facing it, and you know for a fact that, like, I hear Andy saying that men don't like it, but yet you see those women attract a lot of men. So, it does kind of affect you when you're in public and you're barefaced and you see someone with the full contour on looking like Angela Bassett, somebody. I mean, it's conflicting.
gotta come
Is
off.
it? Is it really? Is it really?
It's gotta come off as something.
What gets the most attention at the circus, ladies?
What gets the most attention?
No.
Yeah. What gets the most attention at the circus?
The elephants do.
The clown. It has the most makeup. It's the one that stands out the more. Of course, you're gonna look. You're going to look.
You're gonna look, okay?
You're
But
going
at the
to
same
look.
time, Delia, I'm 46. At this point, I walk into get my closet, right? I walk into the closet like, he's gonna take me as is. If he don't like me the way I am, then I'm just not gonna go overboard and go with the full face and all that, because at some point, if I really like him, he's not going to see that all the time. So me personally, I'm walking into it, not like I'm ugly. You're not ugly, but it's just a little bit of gloss, something on the eyes, roll out. And if he loves it, great. If he wants the clown, then he will go. You weren't a match anyway.
But I think we ought to be careful with natural, though, because some women take looking natural a little too far and they walk around looking like Mufasa or something, I still think your hair I still think you should be well groomed, there's a standard to au naturel. And a lot of sisters don't understand that. Like, I don't think we should,
Help them.
on.
That is what this shit is for. Help.
We're getting that. Number 2, we're going to get to the hair. But that is not something that, what I'm saying is when we're going out with our girls, play, because we like to dress up as kids. I get that point. Go out with your girls. But what I'm saying is what's not attracting the man is excessive makeup.
Very true.
Yeah.
That's it.
My ex-husband
Case by
said he
case.
couldn't because he didn't want to kiss the face of it, felt like debris
Right.
or something.
Right. Yeah. Like, where can I kiss you? Oh, no, I got my lipstick on. Like, come on. How artificial are you?
Yep.
She's walking around showcasing a fucking 7-layer dip on her face.
Yeah, my face. I want to be like this by the end of the day.
Nah.
All from his kiss.
Nah.
And I don't want all this on my, I can't because I got my mask has all this brown stuff and red stuff all in it because the mask makes it even worse when you got to put makeup on.
Drink water and some beet juice. Clear your skin up. That's natural shit, right?
That is natural, right?
Get away from them fucking sodas and pops and all that other shit.
That's another.
Stop it.
I drink nothing but water. Nothing but water. When I stop drinking sodas, I stop breaking out a lot. I still got my juices once in a while, still got my drinks once in a while. But for the most part, I drink more water.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, we're going to sit here. We're going to stay on this one for a minute. This is where I want to show you the young lady who I was talking about. Number 3, Andy and Delia, is about lack of femininity.
Yeah.
That's a big one because
Yeah.
one young lady I used to go to school with, actually, she asked in the group, what does that mean? And what does it mean? Basically, one of the guys had said, acts too much like a dude.
Yeah.
All right. And then one of them had said lack of femininity. So she wanted that broken down. So in your opinion, as a man, what does it mean when you see a woman who lacks being feminine?
Well, she's competing probably to try to get my attention from another woman, first and foremost.
You think?
You're going around here a little too boss bitch in the fact that, you know, it could be some underlying issues with that. But the fact of the matter is, I got my homies for that.
Yeah.
I got my boys for that. And I don't want to come back to that type of attitude. I mean, if your voice is deep, you know, and you got to play the man role, then if you need to have the change in the operation to be a man, by all means, go right ahead and do that, spend your money.
No.
But that's not who we're trying to attract and who we're trying to be around.
One thing I have a problem with women, when I see women call another woman bro.
Yeah.
I see, and I'm like, if you're a tomboy or gay, that makes sense. If you're a tomboy or gay, that makes sense. But if I'm speaking to Delia, yo, bro, let's go get our nails done. Like, that's not feminine at all. That's more of a masculine trait that I'm exuding out.
So it's not attractive.
That's not attractive at all. I
No.
don't even like it when I hear it. So if
you want to wear my shoes and come in here and put and try to man up me in some Madden, let that go. No, that's not your space.
So if you see if you see a group of women, let's say 4 of them, and they're just having a hype discussion about nothing, and they're like, bro, what are you thinking about that? And they're all women.
And he is not going to participate with that shit. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. It's not attractive.
Not attractive. Okay. But guys can do it. That makes sense for them because bros are boys, men. That's a man thing.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
Is this something that you want to do, or you want to go to the game today, hun, babe? Would you like to participate and come with me to the? No, we don't talk like that. Check your language and your dialogue and who you're around. It's not fucking necessary.
So when it comes,
that happened to somebody I know.
See what
the
I'm
guy
saying?
kept saying,
That's that bullshit. You think I'm making this up? I ain't making this bullshit up. We know their energy, and it's not something that we want to gravitate to.
That's not a good energy. It's not a feminine energy.
It's not where we're getting it from. I don't want to receive that from my lady.
Okay.
I got my boys for that.
Got my boys.
That loving basketball shit goes too far.
You're right. But they ended up getting married. Hey, they do.
Maybe the energy switched along the way. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's not healthy. To each his own.
When we're talking about the boss bitch journey, the reason that women have to now be in that type of role is because they're now working. They're now probably single parent or maybe a single woman inside the house. Delia, are you married? Okay. So you are in control of everything in the household, everything. Household finances, the dryer bags, down to the liquid detergent, like you're in control of all of that. And then when you have somebody come into your space as a gentleman and he wants to help you, it's very hard to turn that off because it's like, I've been purchasing all this stuff from the store. I've been doing it all. And it's very hard to say, you got it. In your opinion, is it hard for you to say, you got it? Go, I'm gonna take the trash out. You got it. Is it hard for you to say something like that?
Sorry, not with trash, no.
Not with what?
I think it is, I agree. It's hard for women to relinquish control and relinquish power when you've had to, invest so much time into controlling your own variables and setting up your own infrastructure that allows you to prosper and be safe. And so if somebody comes in and they want to do something that's opposite of what you're doing, for me, always a trigger that we're not compatible, because I don't want to have to like dramatically change, you know, my life to welcome a man. I want somebody kind of compatible and in sync with, and then we can kind of come together and slowly evolve. I don't want somebody coming in and like changing my whole scenario, changing my whole setup overnight. That's a turn off to me. So
right. Okay. But it just comes to a point, if you recognize somebody is wanting just to do the basic thing, let me take, even like my friend came over and he was like, let me take the trash out. And I paused for a minute. I'm like, got it. You got it. You know, it's just sometimes ladies, we just have to say that so that they can continue to walk in their masculine role. Because when we come in like, no, I got it. I'll do it. I'll bring the bags in from the car. He's like, I'm right here. So what do you freaking need me for? And that's
for me,
what it comes down.
the simple thing, opening the car door.
That's what Andy said. Andy, you're on mute because you're in the loud car now.
Yeah, I have to consciously, you know, stop and let them open the door.
Yes. Remember who you are. Ladies, just remember who you are. The door. I will stand there in front of the door until somebody opens that door. And I just have to remember, I'm not touching.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm not touching a doorknob. You know, I'll just stand there. And if he's not in condition to do that for most women, he will by the time he finishes that date with me. I'm just standing. My daddy told me not to touch doorknobs, you know, just little stuff like that. And it's like, and it will never happen.
I'll take it.
It will never happen again. So to get to one of my, the comments that we're talking about, how are you feminine? Ladies, loud talking is a turnoff. So that's part of that boss bitch diva kind of world that you made up that you don't have to live in. So being loud is not feminine. Right, Andy? Why are your eyes like that? Just being loud.
I want them to listen to what we're saying.
Listen and stop.
You don't have to protrude your voice to get your point across. That shit is a turnoff.
Okay, listen more.
Listen more, receive more, and just control the tone, right? Simply because talking louder does not have to make you get your point across. You don't have to do that because it comes off as way too aggressive, right? We're getting fussed at, we're getting yelled at, and we're not being talked to or talked with. Don't do that.
And then it takes you back to like it's your mom.
It takes you back to your mom. It takes you back to that school era where you got fussed at by your teachers, and that represented you being in trouble or you did something wrong because somebody had to raise their voice to you.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Just have a communication. And just control your tone.
All right, so watch the tone.
Control your
loud. You don't have to be loud. They don't have to see you when you walk in the room. You don't have to be seen. Your confidence to walk through that door before your mouth comes in and says anything. You come in there, your energy is going to speak. Is it going to be sexy with the cleavage, or is it going to be, damn, Lorie, you ain't showing nothing, but you got a confidence about you. I know, and I don't need to say nothing, and I don't need to show you nothing. But it's a confidence that comes through your energy. So be mindful of your energy. Watch your tone. That's one thing I did have to watch is my tone of voice, because a lot of times I'm speaking not softly, and being feminine is speaking with purpose, but softer.
I have a question for you, Lorie. When did you realize you had to watch your tone?
Like 10 years ago.
And what was the thing that made you the aha moment that says, you know what, I got to do that?
Okay, now this is perfect because I want to bring in the young lady. I want to show you who I'm talking about. And anybody who's watching this, maybe you've heard of her. Chanel Cooper Sykes was the woman that showed me how to be more feminine. And if you want to binge watch anything, ladies, that will help you manifest a man, get your confidence up, learn how to be softer, this is the woman right here. So 2009, I used to watch a lot of her videos on YouTube, and I would just kind of watch her, and I was just drawn into her. And a lot of the teachings that I follow now are because of her, or her ways, her ways. And I like that. So if you want to follow anybody, ladies, that is a treat. Follow Chanel Cooper Sykes. Now, she's got a little bit of hood to her, which I love, but she's got the poise where she can still rock things in a dress and still do some stilettos also in the kitchen. So I love the different varieties of her, but that's no Meg the Stallion. That's not in her brand. Not no shade, because I like Meg the Stallion for different things just to look at. But as far as quality of a woman, I learned how to be a woman about 10 years ago by watching Chanel Cooper Sykes and watching how she moved and how was her presence on stage? How was it in front of her husband? How was it when she was by herself just doing videos? So this woman right here, definitely check her out. A year ago, she went through a nasty divorce. So of course, she's not present right now because she's healing and going through some other things. But I would say, all in all, as a woman, watch, that's where I got it from. I didn't have, and I didn't
Very
have,
cool. Love it.
I didn't have any other persons. Like when I was talking to my girlfriend a couple of days ago, and she was like, well, what woman do you follow to be a woman? I was like, this is it. Like, unfortunately, I don't have any other women that I've been watching over the years. It's like, yeah, that's the one. I don't have any other women that I could follow. And just imagine all of the other women that are out here that we're speaking and referencing, the boss bitches, the one that are twerking, the one that got the long nails. They may not have anybody to look up to see quality. They just see what they see on the internet and they're like, that's who I'm going to be because that's who's in front of me. And that's unfortunate. So here's a treat to you right here. Chanel Cooper Sykes, watch her, tons of videos on getting yourself together as a woman. So if you look at just the way she's dressed, just look at the way she's dressed. Sexy, but nothing is revealed like that. Nothing is revealed. All right. So yeah, so that is pretty much it. As far as number 3, we're really talking about feminism, how to be more feminine. Chanel Cooper Sykes. Any other words?
I dig it, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. Yeah, just sometimes it's like you said, it's just being quiet and listening more. And I think one of my other friends in the comment section, he was like, if a woman during a heated discussion can just admit when she's wrong, that would be great. Or at least if she could stop talking so much and actually listen to what's going on. That goes both ways, though. That goes both ways. Andy, you're on mute. What did you say?
I know. It was intentional. There we go with that. It's not, if we're going to speak to the ladies, we're going to speak to the ladies. We'll have to bring it back to us.
Right. Yeah, and I'm a woman not bashing women. Like when I wrote Unleash Your Irresistibility, I wasn't bashing women. It was all about elevating to help you get to a better place. That's it. I was in a place with depression, didn't have the confidence. I would be jealous of other pretty women. And I didn't understand, like, why would I be jealous of someone else? I want to be in those shoes. So you got to look. Someone doesn't have that kind of guidance. And when you have young women looking at somebody pretty on stage, or you see somebody as an influencer, like Delia, if I'm looking at your social media page and I see nothing but beauty, jewelry, and just beautiful things coming out your mouth, I'm gonna be jealous. But what I should be feeling is motivated and inspired that I can do the same thing. That's it. So it's got to be a shift. It's a personal development shift that happens. All right. Number 2, weaves and wigs came up as a big no-no for some of you guys. Andy, please expand on that. Weaves and wigs.
It's a way to wear your hair properly.
Yes.
It's a way to style your hair.
Yeah.
And we always get well, it's my hair because I bought it. And that's fine. You can take that route. But it's all about how you wear your style, right? A reception. So ladies out there, you mentioned this earlier, Lorie, about it can go both ways.
Yes.
How many of you ladies are okay with men who wear toupees?
Sometimes we don't even know they have it on.
That's what I was going to say. I don't even think we think about it.
So if he happened to take that and peel that thing off, are you still gonna look at him the same way?
I think it depends on what you're attracted
No,
with.
I'm not gonna lie. No,
I think it depends because I like men who are bald. I don't like people
He's not bald if he's wearing a toupee.
Oh, wait, I don't
balding.
say I don't like Jefferson, right? That look. But if I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've ever how could you speculate how you would feel about it when it's so uncommon? I mean, if men wear toupees, they're not divulging when they're wearing them, whereas us women, we change every other week. So
okay, but it's a
no, and it's okay because that's his hair, right?
It is.
Because he bought it, paid for it. So you're giving the illusion of, hey, this is who I am.
At that moment.
Wear your weaves, and it's okay because if you can get away with that, it's $1 billion industry that you can wear and flaunt this. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when it becomes unmanageable and it gets matted, tangled, beaten, it doesn't quite, for lack of better words, line up with your forehead.
Got it. It's
or line up correctly. It doesn't fit.
Okay, so that's what you're more.
Don't do it.
To. You're referring to
yes.
non-maintained hair. Yes, completely. Okay, well, I think some guys just don't like the wigs, period. Because if they are with a woman and they want all of you, they may want all. They may want to run their fingers and like, whose is this? They want
all this here. When y'all get to doing all this,
it works, ladies.
The oops upside your head. When she gets the oops upside your head,
and do this. Do that. So look,
either it's too tight or it needs to be washed. Either way, you can't get to it immediately. So you just no.
All right.
No, we accept it, but it's not attractive.
It's not attractive. All right. So you got some women. So I'm talking to the ladies now. You've got some women who are doing it just to make them feel great. Like if I want new hair, I can go get it. And I just want to be fresh or, just a couple pieces so I can feel great. So it's a self-esteem booster. You've got some women who need it because they may be losing their hair, alopecia or something where they need it so that they don't feel bad about losing their crown. Like that's a major piece. That's the first thing you see. So it's a fine line. It's a fine line, but you're basically saying some are just like, I don't like it. It stinks. I don't like the smell of hair, but some are just saying, just maintain it as long as you look good.
Yeah, you can maintain that thing and it's all right.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I've worn it. I don't like too many things on my scalp too long. I'm not committed to wigs or weaves. So I got like a 2-week period.
Neither am I.
Checking stuff out. All right, we made it to number 1, ladies. This is the biggest one. Number 1 thing that gentlemen are having an issue with, ladies, is the lashes. It's the lashes, ladies. Number 1 is those lashes. Now, I've got a natural lash on right now just because I was doing this interview with Andy. I've got a number 3 natural look. How does it look? Honestly.
Number 3.
It's a number 3. Yes. How does it look?
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
I could go up to like a 20 so I can look like I have caterpillars on my eyes. Is that what you're more so having a problem with as a man?
Yeah. No, exactly.
Okay.
When she got a whole eyebrow sitting on top of her eyelids, what is the purpose of that? Like, where's the draw? Because no man has ever said, dude, she fine in the motherfucker. Did you see her lashes?
Some lashes and them nails, man. She took me over the top. Both of them. So that's not for you.
And no.
It's not for the men. Ladies, okay, so the men, that was the dominant thing that they said they couldn't stand. The nails, the long nails, and the eyelashes that are getting out of control. Again, natural. My lashes are already long, but sometimes if I don't wear makeup. So this is the only thing I'll put on just to accentuate my eyes. So this is natural. This is okay. You're saying, in your opinion.
Good with that.
Okay, you're good with that. All right.
I'm all good with that.
But anything bigger
Does
than
Delia wear lashes? Does she wear those?
huh?
Do you wear lashes, Delia? Do you wear
No.
long lashes?
You know what? I like the antagonist and all of this, but I wear whatever the hell I want to wear when I want to wear it if I feel I look cute. And I don't give a damn what a man thinks. I think so long as I am comfortable being raw, like right now I'm raw faced, I have makeup on. So long as I'm comfortable showing my true self, I don't think there's any problem if I want to embellish myself equally. So I just, I feel like, if your lady wants to dress up and she wants to look a certain way and she feels good and she feels sexy,
Yes.
I don't think there should be any critique of that. I almost feel like men should just shut the hell up. I think if your lady can show you her real face and she can go to the grocery store looking like herself with her natural hair with wings, I call them bat wings, then I think that should be celebrated. I think the problem is when women lack self-esteem in themselves, where they have to have a mask on all the time and they can never show their self. Like Lorie having on lashes to me does not negate the fact that Lorie's gorgeous. Like she has beautiful features in every other way.
Love you,
Lorie wants some damn eyelashes for the week. Rock your eyelashes, and I don't give a damn what a man thinks.
Right. But it's not. This is not a trigger to go out for a man. It's just
exactly.
It's for me, just to make me feel good, like getting my hair done. That's it.
Yeah, I just think I know that I think that there's just I've seen women who can never take it off. They just all the time.
Is it because of the glue?
I mean,
no, not the glue. Just take it off. The whole.
Okay.
These are magnetic. Like I only paid maybe $20 for these. Women are paying hundreds of dollars to have lashes on. I'm like, give me that money. Let me invest it in something else. But you spend so much on the exterior, you got a fucked up attitude.
Yeah.
You still have a fucked up attitude.
Like if you're alone to get body modifications, BBLs and stuff like that, there might be something wrong. We might have crossed over into another threshold here.
I didn't even put that one on there. Do you know what a BBL is, Andy?
No. What is that? Walk me through it.
Brazilian butt lift.
No. Natural. Oh, natural. Where have y'all gone?
I mean, I want to feel it just to see what it feels like, just so I can know what does it feel like, just so I can
just go to Brazil.
But I don't need to. They're all here. They went to Brazil and came right back here to the United States. They just went there because it's less expensive.
You can get a butt lift a different kind of way.
But the question I have is
then natural way to lift that ass.
That's my question. If what Andy's saying is true, right? And men just like natural beauty, period. They like natural hair, they like natural TNA, they like it all. Then where did this come from? Because really, the beauty industry, plastic surgery industry, the hair industry, I mean, these are multi-billion-dollar industries where women feel like we have to conform to these social norms. So who's putting that in our head then? If men aren't doing it, or if men are not responding,
it's not
positive.
It's social media and not having a follower that is positive. That's it. And one of the postings I put on social media, Andy and Delia, was it's too many followers and not enough leaders. It's too many followers. It could be anybody. Somebody could come out tomorrow with green hair and she can't even sing, but she just lip syncs. And some woman will be like, oh, I'm getting a green wig and I got to be just like her. She curses and all she does is she don't have anything going on, but she just came out with green hair. And by Tuesday, everybody's going to get a wig.
But then my question is, why aren't the men protesting it? Because every time I turn on a rap video, I see those women. I see the Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, fake body hair, fake eyelash women being put in the spotlight. I see those women making the money.
I see that.
those women seemingly getting glory. So why aren't men consistently speaking in protest of this?
They're
Then
not. It's the woman. It's just like if I'm going to
Speak about it.
if I'm going to sleep with somebody, I already know I'm in control of that. On the date, I know exactly what's going to happen on that date. Am I going to sleep with him? Or am I going to kiss him? The women control the kitty. So if the women are in control of that, they control how much TNA is going to be out on that set. That's them. So again, like you said, and I had mentioned before, it's the lack of confidence that they have. And if you have low self-esteem, you will be offended by this conversation, but you also want to look into someone who has qualities that are outside of tits and ass. That's it. Because I'm surprised, but again, with all the men that were on that thread yesterday, and I thank you guys all for tuning in for that and putting in your comments. It's not, there was so much common things that they were saying. So we have to pay attention to that. We're doing that to ourselves, not me. We.
So have you guys
we're doing that.
By Corinne Steffens? They called her Superhead. She wrote a tell-all about the life of a video vixen. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that she talked about is it wasn't within the woman's control, because those women would come to set and basically there was an expectation, a standard of that level of salaciousness and TNA and all of that stuff in order to your shot. And so I feel like there is a culture that even though I agree that we do control the cat and everything they do is in kind of pursuit of what we have to offer. But I also feel like there is a pressure coming from the other side. And I see this in a lot of young women. I also agree, Lorie, that social media does play a big part of that. But in my ear to the ground, I don't hear a lot of men openly objecting to this. It seems like these women are getting embraced. They're getting the limelight. Women like you or I, Lorie, that are more comfortable walking around with our natural body parts and all of that stuff. I don't think we get a lot of attention. I don't think we get a lot of credit. I think those women who finally cross over, give in, get the plastic surgery, get 40 pounds of contouring on their face, those are the ones that end up at, at this high ranking career level. Alicia Keys said that. She said that, she got sick and tired of trying to conform to the standards of beauty in the industry. And she made an effort to stop wearing, makeup and things like that. Obviously she had already conformed to get her notoriety and get her career and get her paper, but she then deconformed once she got what she wanted. And I feel like the patriarchal establishment is forcing us into these boxes. I don't put all of that burden on us women to say that we're doing that to ourselves. I think men are a big part of that problem. And I really wish men would be more honest. If they really don't like it, be more vocal about it and be more consistent in the way that you support and promote the women who are not natural beauty.
Consider the type of attention that they're getting.
Exactly. Yeah. So you don't know
the kind of attention
how many times have they been raped? How many times
they're getting?
I get that, but that's following the money. So even though I got my titties done, I got my ass done, I could also be more sexually harassed in that environment too. I could also get more disrespect because I look like that. And that's, as Andy was saying from the very beginning, what you put out, that's what he's going to lead with. That's what he's leading with. So it's a different type of woman. We got some women who are just in it for the games. You know what I'm saying? The games. And then we got some women who are looking to settle down and actually be the support mate to a man, to be the queen beside the king. So there's two different women that we're talking about, two different women, but you're right.
Right.
But it still has to start with us. Either way, we control what we put on our body and what we do, because at that point, they're reacting to what we're doing. They're just reacting to what we're doing.
Ain't nobody trying to run up and say, damn, I want to go in, I want to smash Whoopi Goldberg and I want to make that my woman. Because she's not giving you the body. She's not giving you the illusion of, come and get me, come and take this. We're not gawking after Oprah Winfrey. the perception of what they do is not revealed through the body, through the mindset and the actions and the work that they put out.
Mhm.
So we don't fantasize or gawk at the physical of what they're doing and what they're showing us. It doesn't take away from their talent and their execution of who they are in their given field. So it's a kind of attention that you're drawing.
Right.
And who you're drawing it from. So yeah, men are gonna look. We're gonna gawk. We're gonna stare because we want to see titties.
I'm looking too.
Are you saying that Oprah and Whoopi, because they're more natural, are you saying that they're desirable women compared
Didn't
to?
say that. Didn't say that.
Okay.
Did not say that. What I'm saying is we're not gawking at their bodies. They're not showing us the curves, the ass, the hips. They're not showing that.
Right, but
what they're showing us.
Are they desirable women? They're not showing you TNA, correct? They're more natural women, correct? But are the kind of woman that men look at and say, that's the kind of woman I want to marry? Or is that the kind of woman that men overlook for a Beyonce?
You don't really overlook them. They don't get that same type of attention.
Do they get attention that leads to the altar is my question. Because if we're talking about attractive, so a Whoopi
absolutely
is preferred over a Beyonce. I just need to be clear.
What are you? No. I'm not saying it's not a preferred over. It's a different type of attention.
But which one is, when we're talking about what attracts men, that's
Nicki
the subject.
Minaj or Oprah? Which one are you marrying?
If I'm gonna marry one,
yes,
I would marry the Oprah. Absolutely.
Okay.
You would marry. Okay.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Well, he answered the question.
That's
why is that quality he's looking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're gonna look. We're gonna look at Nicki's video.
No. No.
We're gonna look at Nicki's video, but we're gonna marry Oprah.
Hell yeah.
Got it. That will never change. That's fine.
Faithful to Oprah?
Huh?
What's that?
Are y'all gonna be faithful to the Oprah?
Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
So
think about it. So I'm not concerned about I'm not going to be concerned about what she's probably doing in behind closed doors is some nasty freaky shit. Let it go. You're not going to be concerned about your finances. You're not going to be concerned about your family. So what am I cheating? If I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat up.
No.
Where am I go? Where would I go?
Not everybody cheats up.
Not everybody. You said me. I'm gonna cheat up. If I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat up.
Like,
but
how you get with
I get nothing out of that.
And have a baby by her.
What's that? Who?
Trina's the one that gets pregnant.
Yeah, but think about this. You brought up Superhead, right? If I know without a shadow of a doubt, her mouth has been on more dicks than McDonald's has served burgers, why am I going to be entitled to say I'm going to keep that for myself?
And yet she's been married. She is married. So I'm just like,
she is.
Not for me.
And Whoopi is Oprah's been dating. Whoopi's not married, but super married.
Whoopi's been married.
Cardi B.
Yeah, Whoopi's been married.
You know, I can go down all the lists on all the thoughtalicious looking women with all of their glitz and glamour, and a lot of them are married, and Sophia ass ain't married. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
Still got a man.
Man, look, Harpo kept that.
Still got a man.
When Harpo and Sophia went out, they represented physically the number 10, right? But what goes on in that bedroom and how he was taken care of, he never had to worry about his fucking plate, right? He never had to worry about anything being not clean in the house, right? She took care of everything. She had a little dominant. And Harpo was a little weak than the motherfuckers. His mama wasn't in the house. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get that part of it. So he wasn't really around a lot of femininity to know the difference. But when he got with Squeak, the pussy was different. And I get that. Totally get that. He stepped outside and got something he wasn't used to. He could pick this thing up and walk around the house. He couldn't do that before. So it's a little bit different on the sexual side. But eventually he went back because he knew that was just for the physical, and that wasn't something that he wanted to keep or could keep. Because she was a little bit more. We can go down the lanes and all that scripts. because it's written off real life situations. But you're not going to keep that because that's just something to play with.
Right.
You've seen whoever has brothers, little boys, cousins, they play with toys for a certain period of time and they move on to some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is shinier, it's brighter, it's rounder, it feels different. I can touch this, but that's not something I want to keep.
Right. And that's the main thing that we're just talking about. Not that this pertains to every man, but I wanted it to be known. There's a couple of points that I really wanted to bring out. Just some of the points. Number 10 was excessive cussing. Number 9 was twerking. Twerking in public, you know, even with your friends, somebody's watching. Number 8 is always addressing yourself online or boss bitch, you know, diva. When you call yourself these things, you know, just be mindful that he is still the king. He's still a leader. And so if you want to be the boss bitch, you can't have 2 kings in the household. So just be mindful of how you're speaking online and how you're speaking in front of him, addressing yourself as a boss bitch. Number 7 is showing cleavage. We talked about that. That was a strong point. Some of the guys just don't like it. They love to look, but for the quality woman that they're looking to attract, showing a whole bunch of that online, whether you're in a relationship or not, speaks a lot to, you know, what move he's going to take with you first. I'll just leave it at that. Number 6 is smoking. Whatever you smoke, cigarettes, weed, whatever. It may not be attractive to every man. It may not be. So if you are in the company of someone, you may want to bring that up first and say, I am a smoker, maybe, you know, does that bother you? You may want to find that out first, because just springing it on him saying, well, this is what I do. Okay, be single, it's okay. Or just kind of continue with that habit. You got to just be mindful of it. Number 5 is long nails. Edward Scissorhands, long nails. And Delia has said that's how you give yourself a hysterectomy, you know, with nails. So do it for you, you know, do it. But at the same time, when I go to the grocery store, perception is still everything. Now I'm still seeing why is my shit wrong because of data entry problems, because somebody was probably with, yeah. All right. Number 4.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, why is my name misspelled? I told you how my name is spelled. Oh, I typed it in wrong. It's because your fucking nails are too long. That's why. Number 4. Number 4 is makeup, excessive makeup. Ladies, you look beautiful as is. Sometimes just with a little bit of gloss, you could rock whatever outfit. But you think you got to look like the influencers on TV, so you got to do a tutorial every day and put the lashes on and put the 5 layers of liner on top of your eyes. Sometimes it's not needed to attract that quality guy. All right, do it for you. If you want to dress up, make up, all that's beautiful. But to attract, Andy was saying, not really. Number 3 is lack of femininity. 7-layer dip on her face. Stop it. Number 3 is lack of femininity. So being a feminine, being quiet, listening more than you're talking, letting him lead, all right? Talking softer is a talent, all right? And it does take that. And that femininity goes a long way, because at the end of a long day, he's not looking for someone to compete with. He's looking for someone to snuggle with, to listen to, sleep with, whatever. Be romantic with, but not someone who's going to be, well, tell me, you know, you did this and you were supposed to be doing this, and how come your brother said all that? Oh, damn. Turn it off. Number 2, ladies, the weaves and the wigs. Sometimes it could be for us. Yeah, it could make us look good. You know, I admit I put a couple tracks in or 2 to make me feel good, me. But if I'm attracting someone and that was something that he expressed, that I prefer you with natural hair, and he was really on my radar as a quality guy, I'd stop it. Because if it's something that's turning him off, why am I going to keep doing things that keep turning him off if I like him? So those are things you want to be mindful of. It's not just, where's my hair? I got to do what I got. Tone it down, boo. Tone it down. Listen, there's a man and there's a woman in every household. There's not 2 men in every household. So we're saying all this just to help bring some things aware so that you can really be attracting that man that you're looking for. And the number one thing that men hate, lashes, eyelashes, the long caterpillar eyelashes. You do it for you, you do it for, I don't know, you do it for the gram, but it's not attractive. When men see it, they look the other way. Sorry, ladies. So I've never seen, like Andy said, he's never said with his boys, man, that chick with the lashes, that's the one. She's the one. You know, I just don't see that happening. I got a bonus and then we can wrap things up, y'all. I got a bonus. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah, what you got?
Bonus bonnet. How about that? Bonnets on the hair. Bonus bonnets. What do you think about the ladies that wear bonnets outside the house, Andy?
If you don't care about maintaining your own personal appearance, what good are we, right? If you have said to yourself, I'm okay with wearing this, then it shows the character or lack thereof about you taking care of your own personal self to get prepared to go out. Now, some people are going to say, well, I just wear it to Walmart, or I just wear it to Target, or I just wear it to the grocery store. But you made that decision that you're going to wear it in that atmosphere.
Outside is outside.
It's a reflection of you. And that is of who you are reflecting. You just never know what kind of blessing or what kind of opportunity you can get just by that small, quick run or by somebody's, because that your perception is reality.
Right.
And if I perceive you, or I'm just going over here, then you do that wherever you go.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
How about the slippers that go with it? You know, the fuzzy slippers?
No, women who slide their feet lazy as hell. You can't pick your own goddamn feet up to walk somewhere. That mindset and your attitude is just lazy as fuck. You can't pick your feet up.
No, I said the slippers. The fuzzy slippers.
The slippers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sliding those, you're walking heel first in a forward direction.
Okay. That's not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fuzzy slippers that they wear them outside the house.
And they slide with those.
Not sliding them. That was what you had mentioned. Yes, but what do you? I was seeing a whole thing over the last 2 years with the.
Can't do it.
Slippers.
Can't do it.
These are the ones I wear inside.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
So it's not
in the house. Yeah, do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But out in public.
COVID got a lot of people comfortable. Delia, what do you think about the bonnets going to the store?
I mean, I think I just think that people in general, male or female, should be clean, modest, and appropriate whenever they're out in public. You know, I think that I want to be careful with bonnets because it's a difference between a bonnet and like a hair wrap. And there are some people who wear, like, especially African American, Black American women, you know, we'll wear like our turbans or we'll wear our scarves, and those
full-fledged bonnet.
That's a cultural thing, you know, and so it's a fine line, but we're talking about a bonnet like that elastic, cap, you know, and you walk out the house and it looks like a shower cap and you got on slippers and, you know, what looks like a muumuu, you look like, if you look like Medea and you're outside, probably something wrong. But I also don't want to put unjust pressure on women to then in one conversation say natural beauty is best, but then make women feel like we have to be dressed to the nines too to run out. Because men, I see brothers outside with crusty feet looking like dog crap, but got the nerve to want to critique the way women look. So I just feel like I just want to be really, really careful that we're clear that, you know, I just think the term clean, modest, and appropriate is best. Because I saw a sister in the mall and I just stopped dead in my tracks because she was walking through the mall trying to look natural, meaning she didn't have on full contouring and bat wings, but she was walking through the mall with every bit of about 4 packs of bundles in her hair. And she clearly had some type of body modification Like, I'm naturally busty.
Mhm.
I mean, this sister had like some work done, BBL, everything. And she had on a dress that you could paint on. She had on some slides that Lorie is talking about.
Yeah.
And she was, bat wings are the eyelashes. She was walking through the mall early Saturday morning. And I'm just thinking, what energy are you trying to get from the way you're, I mean, you know, way you're looking right now, you know, and the Amber Roses in the world with their slut walks and things like that.
What's a slut walk?
That's something that Amber Rose started where, you know, it's basically saying women can be as sexy as we want to be and have all our TNA hanging out there and be as promiscuous looking as we want to be. And men need to 100% conform to that and respect us and still, you know, put us on this pedestal as women. And so I feel like she's an extremist with that. And I feel like that energy is what influenced this young woman that I saw who's in her early 20s walking through the mall by herself, asking to get drugged. I mean, she's not asking for it, but that's the young lady that's going to attract the attention that gets her drugged in the back of an alley.
Yeah.
Okay. And then because nothing in her outward appearance is giving a signal that I do not welcome inappropriate energy from a man. Everything about her outward appearance is a trigger to inappropriate. And sometimes, you know, there are parts of, you know, I have a girlfriend who has a continent on the back of her, and it's natural, right? She's carrying
Wait a minute
on her back. And you can't help it, right? That she's extremely endowed. You can't hide it, but she carries herself so graciously, so dignified that it doesn't look salacious, even though she literally has, you know,
Africa
a large length back of her back, you know. So I mean, you know, it's really about, you know, how we carry ourselves. I think it's more about how we carry ourselves even than how we look.
That's all it is.
And
it comes down to who we look after, what
yeah.
in our family that we look up to. And so at this point, for me, again, I'm not being in the middle as far as being judgmental. I'm repeating what the gentleman said is a turnoff for them. Now, if she was just going to the store, just came from surgery or just running in, again, it's still just being mindful. Sometimes you got to run to the store and you put a hat on or, you know, put a scarf on. There's going to be times that's going to happen. My hair's not done. But when you are looking to attract someone from the opposite sex, what?
I said, look at me.
But if you're in the house right now, so it's different. Well, you're online, but when you're looking to attract someone, just be mindful before I get dressed. Is this the right thing to wear? You know, let me look at some other women, and like that's why I put Chanel's videos up, because that could be one woman's ticket to saying, damn, I like her style. Let me change up what I've been doing. Because some people are just focused on social media videos, and that's who they focus after. And that's a problem. That's a problem. If you are only idolizing who you see on social media, that is a huge problem. So finding who you need to connect with so that your confidence level, the book that I gave you, Delia, is all about raising your confidence from here. So if I walk into a room, if you walk into a room, I could wear a $50 outfit from Marshall's. I could wear a $50 outfit from TJ Maxx, but I can go hang out with my millionaire friends at the Ritz and not worry about shit, because my confidence level was saying, I'm right here with you guys. I'm not worried about the label on my back. And that's the problem, where women are thinking, I have to wear Louis, I have to wear Dior, I have to wear something, has to be on my outside so I can feel great. I guarantee you, majority of those women that go home feel like shit at the end of the night. They're lonely. They don't know how to express happiness. They don't know how to receive gratitude. They don't know how to receive a man. And so those are the things, the reason why I wrote 2 of those books, to at least help women. So if you haven't grabbed those already, make sure that you come over, shameless little plug at the end, to the unleashedcollection.com, theunleashedcollection.com, and get yourself, I have a limited amount of the books, but you got this one, right, Pumpkin? Is this the one you got? Right. This one is the book that saved a lot of women to learn how to gain their confidence. Get this one. Then 2019, I brought some other women with me and I did another book. We didn't get to talk about this one, Andy, on the show, but The Extraordinary Makeover, Hidden Expressions of the Everyday Woman is 18 different stories of different women. And when you hear somebody else's stories, now you can see other reality of other women that are real. They're real, but they went through some stupid stuff. And you got to see that instead of just turning on the TV and just thinking that Dior and Louis Vuitton run the world. And it's not the truth. All right. So I hope y'all have fun. Delia, I'm glad you turned your camera on and you actually were able to join us. Andy, y'all are on mute. Y'all are on mute. Andy, unmute yourself, sir, please.
I feel bad now because everything is out, but hey, I didn't realize.
I'm here. I get a little bit of a connection. I think my minutes may have run out of something. I don't know what's going on.
Oh no, you got to
Can you
get on after 7 o'clock.
hear me?
That's when you'll get more minutes on your phone, sir. All right, so look, I wanted to thank you guys. Hopefully, ladies, you took note and you actually were listening.
What happened? Our
Hopefully,
screen is freezing. I don't know what's going on with that.
it is. It's freezing. But
Yeah.
Pay your phone bill.
With this
you're bad
fucking
area.
section.
But thank you, Andy. Thank you, all the gentlemen that had gave some.
Verizon. We're gonna talk about them people.
No, you don't need to talk about it. You're just in a special area right now. You're good. You're good. So I want to
I'm
thank
all for it, man. Anytime. Let's do this again. I'm down to rock and roll. And
yes, including Andy,
No.
that contributed to the opinions. And hopefully we all women can learn something brand new today. And make sure that you connect with me if you have any issues or you'd like to have any discussions on coaching or getting yourself in front of those books that we talked about. That's it. Delia, do you have any last minute words?
No, thanks for having me on.
All right, guys, until the next time. Thank you, love.
Go.
Bye, Andy. Get your Verizon together.